Hey, how you doing, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about 3 rookies that could make a huge impact on their team and completely change their future and how their season is going to go out. Now, most of these teams are pretty much teams that didn't make the playoffs or lost a big player. That should give you a pretty big hint of who's on there, or you could just look at the thumbnail and you probably know all 3 of them. But I mean, still, I'm going to be talking about why I think these rookies can do it, and going in depth why I think they could change the NBA and why they fit these teams pretty well. So without further ado, without me rambling on too much, let's get right into this video. Alright, so my first rookie on this list is going to be Luka Doncic. And now the reason I have him on this list is because he kind of fits what the Dallas Mavericks' biggest weakness is, as they had already filled in their weakness gap with getting what's his name, DeAndre Jordan on his team. But now that they have that whole field, they were able to draft Luka Doncic in the draft to fill in that kind of backcourt hole that they were really lacking last year. And I mean, that was probably one of their biggest weaknesses, as I mean, scoring points, they weren't very good at it, as they were ranked 3rd worst in points per game last year. And I mean, but now that the ball will be going through Luka Doncic, it's going to probably improve the offense by a lot, probably top 15, top 20 offense in the NBA, despite being the 3rd worst in the entire league. As I mean, last year when he was overseas, averaged 14.5 points per game, 1.1 steals per game, 4.6 assists per game, and 5.2 rebounds per game, and he shot 60%. And now I do know that there is a very big difference between playing overseas and playing in the NBA. Well, I mean, the overseas is still a professional league just in Europe, and I mean, he was doing that, but he was 19 years old. I mean, he won the MVP of the league at 19, which is a huge, huge accomplishment. I mean, that league is not just oh, they're trash. But I mean, he's obviously NBA, maybe not NBA ready. It might take him a little bit to develop into an NBA player. But I mean, I think he's going to mesh pretty well because he already has professional basketball experience, and I mean, he's at such a young age. He's going to be able to adapt to the NBA very quickly. He can score the ball when he wants to. He has a very high basketball IQ, can pass the ball very, very efficiently, and can play some defense, and he scores efficiently. I mean, 60% from the field is very, very good. I mean, obviously he's not going to be able to keep up that same efficiency in the NBA, but I mean, still, if he can go anywhere from 50%, at least he'll still be a pretty efficient player in the league. And I mean, I think with just offense completely going through him, it's going to take a lot of the focus off of someone like Dennis Smith Jr., who didn't really have much of a chance because he was literally the only backcourt piece that any teams that played him last year had to focus on. But now that Luka Doncic is there, and he's going to be able to spread the court and take some of the focus off of Dennis Smith Jr., plus DeAndre Jordan will be doing that a little bit. Dennis Smith Jr. will also be able to play at a much higher level. And I mean, with them both playing at 2 high levels, DeAndre Jordan will be one of the best centers in the NBA. Barnes is still a pretty solid player in this league. I mean, I think they should be a pretty good team and maybe a playoff contender if Luka Doncic can go to what people think he can. And I think he will be a pretty good player because obviously out of these 3 rookies I'm talking about, definitely has the most professional basketball experience. And I mean, I'm pretty sure he's one of the only rookies that have professional basketball experience. And I mean, I think that is actually going to be a very, very nice thing for him to have, and he's going to be able to adapt a lot faster than most rookies will be able to. And I just think that he is really going to fill in that hole that they had in the backcourt and be able to really at least make this offense function better than it was before. But now my second rookie for this video is going to be Collin Sexton. And now it's kind of mixed opinions on Collin Sexton. Some people don't think that he's going to be great, and some people think he's going to be a beast. I'm not really falling into his hype because I don't think he's going to be unbelievable right away, but I do think he is going to be a good playmaker for the Cavs, which is something that they definitely needed. As last year, I mean, they didn't really have a beast of a point guard. I think it went Jordan Clarkson, George Hill. Who was their starting point guard in the beginning of the year? I think LeBron played some point guard. I don't even know who their starting point guard was in the beginning of the year, to be honest with you. So, I mean, they really just didn't have that really good starting point guard or playmaker to go along with him. But now that Collin Sexton's there, he's going to be able to kind of fill in that Kyrie role. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Kyrie. Don't get your panties in a bunch because you think I'm saying it. No, I don't think he's going to be as good as Kyrie, but I think he's going to be kind of fill that role. Be a playmaker, be an explosive player, and get you points when you need him and kind of be clutch and let the offense run through him. I think he's going to try to fill in that role a little bit. I mean, a big problem for the Cavs last year was that they really didn't have any big playmakers to go along with LeBron. And they didn't really have that second playmaker that they would have had if they would have kept Kyrie. So what Collin Sexton's going to do, yes, LeBron left, so I mean, he's still going to be the only playmaker pretty much, but I mean, it's not like he's just going to be not be able to do anything because everybody's going to be focusing on him. They still have players like Kevin Love. J.R. Smith still has to be respected from the 3. Kyle Korver, Jordan Clarkson's a nice young piece. Larry Nance, Rodney Hood. I mean, they still have players that like they have to focus on. So Collin Sexton's going to be a very nice playmaker. And I mean, for them to have lost such a great playmaker in LeBron, to at least be able to fulfill that with a rookie that should be able to come out the gate really quick to be that playmaker for them, I think that's a very nice fit. And I mean, they could potentially be a playoff contender because they have an all-star in Kevin Love. No telling how good Collin Sexton could be. And if Collin Sexton lives up to the hype, well, then he becomes like a top 15 point guard in his first year, kind of like Jason Tatum did when at the small forward position. If he's able to become like a top 15 point guard, and then you have the young talent around him and the veterans around him, they could potentially be an 8th to 7th seed in the East. I mean, it really depends how good they can be. And now my third and final rookie for this list is going to be Michael Porter Jr. And the reason I was kind of iffy to put him on this list because no one really knows if he's going to be healthy or not to play this year. But I mean, even if he's not, I still think he could be able to be a big game changer 2 years from now when he finally gets to play. Whenever he finally gets to play, I think he's going to be a very big game changer. As I mean, he'll complete their starting 5. I mean, look what they had. I mean, yes, they had Will Barton at his possession at first, but I mean, he's good. Don't get me wrong, he can score the ball, but I mean, you really need a playmaker at small forward with how good some small forwards in the league, and they got that out of him because now look, they have 2 young guards in Jamal Murray and Gary Harris, 2 up-and-coming guards. A lot of people were very, very high on them. They still have Paul Millsap to go at the 4, who's a very solid player. He's still a superstar, Nikola Jokic, who's very, very underrated, and I think definitely needs more recognition for what he can do. And then at the 3, yes, Will Barton was there, but now you can replace that with Michael Porter Jr. And I mean, a lot of people sleep on that. Michael Porter Jr., if he didn't get injured, was looked at to be a 1st overall pick potentially. And the Nuggets could have probably had the steal of the draft. Now, if he can't stay healthy, obviously not. But if he can stay healthy and play as good as he did, I mean, the one game that he played for Missouri, he had a beast of a game. So, I mean, if he can really just stay healthy and live up to the status that he would have been from being the 1st overall, like, I really do think that he could be the steal of the draft and that the Nuggets are going to be a scary team. Because look, you have 2 young and up-and-coming guards. That's now, like, and then since you drafted Porter Jr., you could have a potential star in Jr., superstar in that, and then Paul Millsap's a decent player as well. He's probably an above-average 4 in the league. So I mean, you could have a very, very scary starting 5, and that also moved Will Barton down to the bench, so that's going to strengthen their bench as well. So I think Michael Porter Jr. has the most potential to change the team, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do it because it depends how he stays healthy. Luka Doncic, I think he just kind of is a very good fit for that Mavericks team, better than what Trae Young would have done. I'm very glad they did draft Luka Doncic. And then Collin Sexton, he's kind of a hit or miss. He can either be extremely, extremely explosive or he's going to be a flop. I don't think there's going to be many in-betweens. I don't think he's going to become like a role player, as either he's going to become a star or a bust. It's kind of a hit or miss for him. That's why I put him on the list. And I mean, there's other rookies I could have put on here. Don't get me wrong, like Trae Young. I'm not too high on Trae Young, to be honest. Mo Bamba, but like there's a lot of people I could have put on this list, obviously. Aaron Holiday, I'm high on him. But I mean, I just feel like these 3 rookies give their teams the best chance at having a very good season this year, at least an above average season compared to what they had last year. But I want to hear your thoughts and opinions below as this is the end of the video. So comment below, do you think any of these rookies are going to change their team? Do you think any of them are young stars? Do you think there's any other rookies that should have been on this list to replace them? And I mean, alright, I have to address this. There are some, not anybody that's subscribed and is a follower of me. Obviously, y'all are the coolest kids on the block. But there are some dudes in the comment section, pussies, but I mean, you know, they're just chilling, but they like to hate a lot. So I'm not going to be responding to them anymore. And if any of y'all see it, I don't know, I've never seen this, but I'm just saying for future reference, if any of y'all ever see it that support me, don't give them any attention, please. Like, it's getting ridiculous. And I mean, my last video, I'm sorry, I'm not actually going to get on a rant. Alright, I'm not going on a rant for it. But I mean, yeah. But I mean, we did hit 700 subscribers today, which, boom, blows my mind. Well, I guess yesterday, when this video is going up. But today, as of recording this audio, I hit 700 subscribers. We're at 704. Thank y'all so much for that. I mean, my year goal was 300 subs. We have, I think you could say, we crushed that goal. I'm kind of striving to hit 1,000 before the end of this year. I don't know if we can do it, but I mean, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep grinding for y'all. And I mean, if y'all keep showing the support, trust me, I'm gonna be here for a long time to come. And anyway, hope you have a blessed day, because I had a blessed day. So y'all need to have a blessed day. See you in tomorrow's video. Goodbye. Boom.